with another one of my new videos for you guys out there to check out. We're basically doing some maintenance work today, so something different, not showing off cars or anything like that. We're doing some servicing on a couple of cars that we've got. It's not that hard to do anyway, so there's a few videos up on YouTube about how you do it. I know how you do it because I've done it for a few years already, but we're just gonna crack on with it. You know, the weather seems all right. It's a little bit windy. We've got the VW up right there. Boom. So 1 litre move, and we've got the BMW 120D, and all we're going to be doing is a oil and oil filter change on the 120, and same with the VW up as well. So just going to be a little step-by-step process as we're going along, probably a few pictures, a few shots, and see where we get to. So here we have the 120D M Sport. Now we've already stuck in the ramp, but we actually use some pieces of wood because it's an M Sport bumper. You don't want to cause any damage, so we stuck a couple of pieces of wood there and a piece of wood over there as well. One of them broke my nose. And get to the bonnet. Little latch, pull it twice, just there. You gotta pull that twice, get the bonnet open. Let's actually do that first. This then, it hasn't got no latch because you pull it twice. And here we have the 120D M Sport engine. It's quite simple, quite straightforward, this car as well. We're going to crack on with it and show you what it's all about. So the oil filter is right there, and we have the socket for that, which is going to be most likely a 24 or 26. Let's try 26 first. Bang on. So that's pretty straightforward, but we ain't going to take that out until we've drained the oil out. And obviously open your oil cap first, just to get some air out, so all the oil comes out. So watch what happens next. So underneath here we have this shield which needs to come off, and on this shield you have all of these screws, 8 mils, that you got to take off. It's running all the way down around. There's quite a few of them, so we'll get them off now. So guys, we've just basically pulled this panel off with millions of these 8mm screws in it, and it turns out that we didn't need to do it because there's a flap right there on the other side of it. That flap right there, you open that flap and the sump nut is literally underneath it. Just to show you guys exactly where it is, let's get back underneath here. It's basically that nut right there, and that had a flap on it. You take that flap off, and that's the one you need to get to. We've got that sump nut out. That's what it looks like. Okay, now this one is obviously different to the VW up, and the reason for it is the VW up sump nut was on the one angle, so it's facing that way, so you can let go of it and the oil will drip out, whereas this one is facing up. You're bound to get it on your hands, so just make sure you got some tissue available, and just make sure you keep hold of it. Don't get too scared of the oil getting onto your fingers, because if this drops in the bucket while the oil is going in, it's going to be absolute nightmare to get it out. So we've got that out. There's a washer on here as well, a little copper washer. We're going to change that washer for a new one. First now what we're going to do, secondly what we're going to do now is we're going to get the filter open. So have a look how we're going to do that. So I showed you before, it's right there. I'm going to get an extension on it to get myself some leeway to play with, and I'm going to use inside there. It shouldn't be too tight because it is plastic. Take that off. Keep it here because we're going to need it. And inside here, if you have a look, there is a filter. We're going to remove that and then we're going to get the new one on it. Right, so guys, need you on here. Need to zoom into this, check this out. So that's the filter, obviously very dirty. It hasn't been changed for a while. And what we got to do with this filter is we've got to change that washer, we've got to change the filter, and we've got to change this rubber washer here with the new one. Okay. Right, so I'm cleaning this out then, guys, just to make sure, you know, we get all the grim and stuff out of it. So there we have the new filter. And on the filter, we've got a new washer. We've got the copper washer for the sump nut there. And we have this rubber, which we've got to change that to that. So we're going to pull this off. All we got to do, pull that off. Just like that. Okay, new one on, to the same place. There we go, that's the new one on. The washer, the filter, press it in, and that's ready to go. We're going to stick this in, we're going to get the sump nut back on. Once the oil is all drained out, we'll get the sump nut back on, fit this back in, top it up with oil, and the same. So it is plastic, you don't want to cross thread anything. Hand tight. That's it. That's a good one. So guys, here we are. That is the sump nut right there. We've cleaned it up. It's not leaking any oil. We're going to tighten it up now, and for that I'm using a 17mm deep socket in reverse. Again, not too tight. I haven't got a torque meter, so I normally do it judging by the power of my arm. So that is good to go. As I say, to get to that, I did see earlier on, to be fair, what I've done is I got the flap open, I had a look, but I thought this was something else. I seen this electric bit as well, which is I think part of the starter motor, and I thought no, it's probably something else. So I decided to take the whole actual piece of mudguard that goes underneath the car. So I'm gonna have to get that back on. There's shitloads of 8mm screws, but I'll do that. Shitloads of these little screws that I gotta go on there. But now that's on, we'll top it up with oil. It's recommended around 4.5 to about 4.9, 4.8 litres of oil. But I'm gonna put 4.5 in first, and then I'm gonna measure it and check it from there. And then also I'll keep this cover off just to keep an eye on when the car's running, if it's leaking any oil, because there has been a new washer put on there, and that is all good to go. So we've got our oil, 530, fully synthetic for BMW. It's saying we've got to put 5 litres in, but we're going to start off with about 4.5, and We're using the same little magic trick that we've got. I'm sure everyone else uses it as well, to get the oil in here without it spilling. It's quite easy, to be fair. Otherwise it is a bit of a pain in the bum to try to get the oil into the engine while it's pouring out. So this is pretty straightforward, easy way of doing it. We've got our recycling, we've got a Stanley knife or a blade, cut a bottle up, and believe you me, it saves you a lot of time on agro. So we'll get 4.5 litres of oil in here, and then we'll check it, we'll run it, we'll check it, we'll check the sump nut, check the filter, check all the connections, make sure there's no leaks or anything, and we'll probably let AZ take over to reset the service. 3, 2, 1, boom. That is the 120D M Sport done. That's taken slightly longer. The reason being is I took that complete panel off, which I didn't need to, but that's all back on now. We've tested the car, so we've started it, we've kept it running, we've checked the oil level, all is bang on. I haven't put a complete 5 litre in there, but around about 4.7 to 4.8 litres has gone in. So that's all done. It sounds nice, it sounds smooth, it's all covered up, there's no leaks, there's no problems. Gonna check out AZ with the service now. Yes, AZ? So just reset the service for us then, please, mate.
So as you can tell, it says service there. All you have to do is hold down this button for 10 seconds.
Does that take it to a secret menu or something?
Yeah, like a hidden green menu. Straight once through. So as you can see here.
Yeah, if you reset that one as well. So that's just to say that's a maintenance one. So
yeah, this is perform reset. You just press it again once more.
Yeah.
It's successful.
That's done.
Next one. This one as well.
Nah, that's brakes, mate. So we'll leave the brakes because we ain't done that. Next one. Next one. That's the oil. So you want to reset that one?
That one's already been done.
Oh, so you've just done that?
Yeah.
So he's reset the oil. That's how you do it. Press that button down and smashed it. Can you do it on the computer as well, or that's basically an easy way of doing it?
That's the easiest way of doing it.
But if you wanted it on the computer, you can always sort out the computer as well. So bang on then, guys. That's what it's all about. PW. That's how you service the car. Something different for you guys to check out. If you have any problems or you want to know anything, get in touch with us, and I'll see if I can answer it for MOT. We're going to be using the place in Birmingham, Digbeth, around that side, Buzzard Green actually. It's called Birmingham MOTs. Get the car MOT'd. I've gone over it, so it seems like everything's working as it should be doing. So hopefully that will pass it through. Service 120 done. VW up service done. Smashed it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope it helped. Please like, subscribe and share if you haven't done so already. And as I've mentioned before, if you are subscribing, stick in a comment who you are, or you know, just to say that you have subscribed, just to keep these videos going. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.